This is the perfect family environment just for any ball game at any level. I came in here this morning to do some extra work up here in the press box, and there was a travel ball game going on, and it felt still just as special just because we're here at this Oil City Stadium. We're going to take a quick break here on the broadcast, but we're going to come back very, very soon and introduce you to both teams and get things rolling here. You're watching the Oilmen on Region Sports Network and Jed TV.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Yeah, I shouldn't be like, terrible umpire, needs to get fired, go to the eye doctor, pal.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost premium meat.
Wait, yeah.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Let's just start an ASMR channel.
In the locker room.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
We welcome you back to Oil City Stadium. Coaches meeting at home plate right now, and the lineups for both teams have officially been turned in. It's time to take a quick look at them. I do see a couple returning players on the Elkhart County Miracles side, looking at players like A.J. Van Bogart. I've seen Gabriel Silva before, Nate Garcia. But kind of similar to the Oilmen situation, not a whole lot of carryover from what we saw last year. A.J. Van Bogart is taking on the player manager role here for the Elkhart County Miracles, so we no longer see Wilson Valera in the head coach slot. But for the Oilmen side, as I was saying before, I mean, there's not a lot. There's maybe 2 players in today's roster that we've seen from last year. But it is time to meet the starting lineups here at the ballpark as our PA, Joey Savalio, gets things started here. James, it's going to be exciting for baseball. It's a good baseball day.
Well, yeah. I mean, both games, like we talked about, got rained out. I believe you were supposed to go out to Elkhart.
Yeah, I was supposed to drive out to Elkhart.
it was supposed to be Oilmen at Elkhart for Game 1, but instead it is Elkhart at Oil City Stadium.
As it is traditionally a kind of home opener for the championship team, but as you said, both games getting canceled.
That might have turned the tides, though.
That may have turned the tides. I mean, you never know. Having your home opener kind of get rained out, and now you're standing on a foreign field, and you've got to. This is your first game, right? Like, we could talk about team chemistry all we want, but at the end of the day, you haven't actually faced another team yet. So as much as you try and work together during the season, some of that might just completely get thrown out the window here. Like when you play your first game.
Well, yeah, you have to be able to be confident under pressure. Like, you have to. I saw before the game, some players were making a little bit of errors, but you just got to flip your way around that. You got to get that out of your head. Baseball, and I say it all the time, baseball is one of those games where it might be a team sport, but you are by yourself. No one's around you. You got to keep yourself out of your own head to stay alive.
As Nick Upperman takes the field as the leadoff hitter here for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. Following him is Kamari Thomas as we get lineups kicked off here for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. The lights are officially on in full power here at Oil City Stadium. We do expect tonight's game to go at least to 9 o'clock. We're going to hope that it doesn't go much longer than that, but I'm pretty confident that we will hit that 9 o'clock mark. Hobbs Dunn now taking the field, a returning, I'll call him a returning Northern Leaguer, but he played one game for the Griffith Generals last year. Yeah, I don't really know if there's much else for us to say, James. This is, we kind of set the stage perfectly here.
So opening the season in Oil City Stadium, I mean, no better place that you can start it off at.
No better place. And we're going to take a quick break here at Oil City Stadium. When we come back, we're going to see the first pitch here in Whiting. You're watching the Northern League, the Northwest Indiana Oilmen, and the Elkhart County Miracle on Region Sports and Jet TV.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done. There's a shortage of roofers across the country.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein and Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
And welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Oilmen have taken the field. The warm-up is coming to a close here, and we are nearing the first pitch of the Northern League 2025 season. It is a exciting day here at the ballpark. Max Miller. I'm reading the wrong number here. I'm looking for number 10, not 13. But we are, Jack Wilson, from Webster University has taken the bump here for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. He is from the city of Wilmette, standing at 5'10", 190 pounds. The righty has got some decent stuff in the arsenal. You know, I talked to him a little bit today. Mostly fastballs. You know, you don't see a ton of movement from him. He's going to rely mostly on his speed, and I hope that speed is hopefully going to do him some good today.
Hopefully he's able to hit at different parts in the zone because you don't want to keep on laying it in the same spot. It's going to get old quick.
And first pitch goes in as a ball here. First pitch is at 6:35. Very foggy skies. 64 degrees here at the ballpark. Wind very calm at the moment, going from left to right. As the count goes 1-0, that next pitch going to be in the zone for 1-1.
That was a good pitch right there. Like I said, just moving that ball around. First ball high inside, or not high inside, but just inside. And makes him think twice about swinging at it.
That one's going to bring the count to 2-1. Defensive alignment here for the Oilmen from left to right is Thomas, Upperman, and Lim. Third to first will be Hockman, Church, Nigro, and Dunn. Max Miller is the catcher behind the dish, with Jack Wilson, as mentioned previously, on the bump for your Northwest Indiana Oilmen. Count sits at 3-1. Delivery on the 3-1. It's going to be in the zone, filling up the first batter of the season. Penarski, the left-hander, sitting all the way back in that box, standing on that back line.
You know, and I like to see that because usually those guys hit really hard. So I wonder what he can do here on a 3-2 count.
And that's going to be in the dirt, and Penarski going to take first, putting the Oilmen in a tricky spot.
So obviously that's not how you want to start off a game.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Because a hit you can just shake off, but this, like, you walked them. You're throwing, pitches that aren't so great. So he just has to shake that out. First batter, got to get inside the zone of the first game. So really has to get inside the zone. So on a second batter now.
First pitch to Garcia going to be inside. Count goes 1-0. No outs, runner on first base. Runner's going to go. Pitch is called a strike. Penarski beat the pitch by a mile.
So, like I was talking about before the game, that takes a lot of team chemistry right there. So you have to know when somebody's going, and you have to be comfortable enough to make those throws. Now, that was a pretty good attempt by the fielding, but not good enough.
The 1-1 is bunted down and fouled by Garcia. Count goes 1-2.
So maybe finding his zone now. Going from a count to a.
He's going to foul that one into his shin, and Thompson on deck looking to do some damage here. Garcia does not have any pressure on him to bring a runner in. Batter going to call timeout here. I don't know if that was a mental thing for himself or a mental thing for the pitcher.
Now, quick question. Is there a pitch clock in this league?
There is a pitch clock. That one's going to get grounded straight back up the middle. It's not going to be able to be grabbed by Nigro. Runner's going to round third from that play, and run will score. That is still scored a hit. And the run scores. So now the score goes 1-0 Elkhart County Miracle here at Oil City with no outs early on in this game. Unfortunate situation to be put in for the Oilmen.
Well, I mean, that was just a great hit. Straight up the middle. Pitcher didn't have enough time to react. Because when you get a ball hit at you, it's hard to react in enough time. So, ball was just right there. You got to work on that. Maybe play a little bit shorter, but you can't really play shorter because then they're going to hit deep.
Thompson swung and missed at the first pitch. With a runner on first, he will watch the first one go by for ball one. And not a very big lead from Garcia. Doesn't look like he is planning on making a jump here. You could focus on the hitter all day, as that is a nice curveball in the zone for strike two from Wilson.
Well, it doesn't look like he's trying to really steal, but he's trying to get inside the head of Wilson because you can see he takes off a tiny bit just to get in his head.
Ball is in the dirt for ball two. I wonder what Wilson... I wonder how deep into mental trouble Wilson is right now. Already letting a run score. There's no outs. You're in the first inning. Just the hitters are having a field day already. That one's going to get called a ball. Not sure where that one missed.
I mean, it looked like it was on the line from up here. It looked like it was a strike, but down there, there's a better view of where that ball was. So maybe it was straight outside the box, but from up here it looked good.
Full count now with a runner on first and no outs. Pitch is going to be fouled off, and we'll do the payoff pitch again. We'll say Jack Wilson and Max Miller, longtime childhood best friends. This is not their first time throwing with each other.
So that is chemistry. If they're childhood best friends, I mean, nothing more you can ask for.
Called strike three, fastball right down the middle, buzzed by him.
And that is how you erase what you've done from your head. You have a called strike three. So now you're getting inside your head and you're like, all right, my pitches are good, my pitches are hitting. This is exactly what he needs right now after letting up a run so early on.
Potential double play. Keep pitches low, keep hits on the ground. And the only one can get out of some trouble here is that one's going to get grounded over to the second baseman. Nigro is going to go over to second to get the runner there. They will not turn two. So grounds into a fielder's choice. So call will make it to first base as Garcia gets out at second.
Now batting for Elkhart, number 15, A.J. Van Bogart.
So now with two outs, still a runner on first. It's going to bring up A.J. Van Bogart, the player manager for the Elkhart County Miracle. First pitch going to be a tad inside on the curve. Didn't quite curve enough for him. Now it's going to get driven out and find a gap in left. So that'll be an easy base hit for Van Bogart to put a runner in scoring position. 2 on now with 2 outs.
Well, luckily you have 2 outs right now. So all you need to do is get a strikeout, throw them out at first. Any base is a force out besides home, but 1 through 3, they're all force outs. So no matter where that ball is hit, if you can get hands on it immediately, you can have an out right there, end the inning, and maybe try to do something with your bats to reverse the lead that Elkhart has right now.
Strike 1 to Marin. Marin rocking the yellow cleats and pads. So that one's going to get driven back over to Nigro again. He'll go to first base, and that will retire the side. 1 run scores on a whopping 3 hits here in the top of the first. When we come back, the Oilmen look to take that run back on Region Sports Network and Jet TV.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
I'm Meat Ride Starvers, the Voice of Evil. That's my show, bro. You need to watch it.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Oilmen looking to take back that run that was stolen so early here in this first inning. Defensive alignment for the Elkhart County Miracle: Van Bogart in left, Pinarski in center, Garcia in right. That's Nate Garcia, I believe, in right. There's a T. Garcia in my lineup. Tommy Garcia is on third base, with Galindo at short. Call at second, Silfa at first. The man behind the dish is Drew Thompson, and the pitcher also hitting for the Miracle today is number 13, Eric Marin.
So that's nice. I mean, that's exactly what you kind of want. I don't know now if in the MLB, if you're a pitcher, if you're allowed to
I think you're allowed.
I just don't think
it's just
anyone
a
does.
bad idea. Typically,
Yeah.
well, if you're a professional pitcher, the only thing you are ever focusing on is pitching and nothing else.
But my thing
You're
is,
not
like,
going to spend any time in the cages.
But still, with Shohei Ohtani, you would still put him in for a couple
yes,
plays, but-
that is a very different
But
scenario.
they don't. But they never let him pitch, which is why I'm thinking maybe they don't allow anyone to do anything like that.
So this should bring up Nick Upperman.
But anyway, I think that being able to pitch and hit is a great thing to do once you're inside the MLB. Because if you're able to do both, then there's really no stopping you. At any level of baseball, really. Because if you're having a terrible hitting day, put in a DH, switch out the lineup, and then you can just pitch. If you're having a terrible pitching day, just hit.
So it's a 1-1, grounded over to the shortstop, Galindo. He makes the throw over to first, and it's going to be an overthrow, and Upperman's going to round first and go over to second. That will be an error on the shortstop, and another overthrow from there guarantees Upperman that second base spot. He decides not to get up and go to third.
Now batting for the Oilmen, number 16, Kamari Thomas.
James, who's the error going to on that one? Is that Galindo getting the error on that?
I would say so because it's one an overthrow, and then it switches over. Then you throw it, and it's inside your glove, and you just drop it. At least they didn't let him take third.
This brings up Luis Termero. Takes a ball high to get things kicked off. So the sliding mitts are teal and red in the back pockets. Why do I have Kamari Thomas on my lineup here, James? That's going to be popped out in foul territory. Now this will bring up Luis Termero.
Now batting for the Oilmen, number 12, Luis Termero.
So we did have something wrong in the order there. But now we have Luis Termero. And that's going to be a pitch well behind him to send Upperman over to third. So that'll bring us to a 1-0 count early. Grounder over to the third baseman on that one. He had to make a sliding play just to grab the ball. The throw is still going to be in time, but the run scores, puts an out on the board. But the game is tied.
That was a spectacular play by the third baseman there. Just able to, even though a run scored, able to roll, corral the ball, throw it to first, get the out.
Tommy Garcia making an impressive play there. I wonder if it would have been easier to just give that one to Galindo, though, as we now see Cole Hockman at the plate. Trying to keep track of my lineup. It's going to be foul tipped into the dirt there. Another bad pitch goes over his head. I wonder if Marin's having a problem with his arms right now. That's going to get fouled up and out of play. Just a 1-2 in the dirt. Evens up the count at 2. Oh, excuse me. That'll be a full count now. Foul tipped, but not able to stick it is Thompson. So we will have another payoff pitch here. Foul tipped again into his foot. Grounded over to Galindo at short. The throw barely in time, and that'll retire the side here at Oil City Stadium. The Oilmen tie it up, and we go to the second, tied at 1. You're watching the Oilmen on Jed TV and the Region Sports Network.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
Whatever happened with Thompson and Termero?
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors
That'll give us our second out.
Now batting for the Oilmen, number 15, Drew Church.
Bringing up Drew Church now for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. It's going to be grounded out towards center field. Hobbs Dunn deciding not to round second. So we will have runners on first and second.
Now batting for the Oilmen, number 13, Max Miller.
Drew Church making it look easy out there. So that one's going to get foul tipped by Miller for a strike. Into the glove.
So far this game, I don't know how to describe it. It's been fast, but still slow-paced.
We're nearing an hour of ball game time already.
It kind of feels like a track meet, like with the sprinter section. Like you just have action, 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 and then nothing. And then action, 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 then nothing. It kind of feels like it's just, I don't know.
Ball called just outside by Max Miller. Max Miller has been one of the 5 runs for the Oilmen in this game. He's 1 for 1 on the day with 2 RBI. As that one's going to find the outside corner for a strike. Just curved away. Still nicked that corner.
Beautiful movement on the ball. Beautiful placement on the ball. Tricking the batter into thinking it's outside the box, but just beautiful paint.
That one's going to get ripped out to left field. Hobbs rounding third. He's going to decide to stay, so that'll load up the bases. Max Miller, a nice looking single out there to left.
Now batting for the Oilmen, number 5, Sam Nigro.
Brings up Sam Nigro.
So, positives and negatives for Elkhart right now. What should I give you, the bad news or the good news first?
You know what? You're the color. You can do whatever you want.
The bad news is the bases are loaded. Bases are juiced.
So that one's going to get fouled into the dirt.
Good news is you have 2 outs on the board. And it's a wooden bat league. So the chances of there being a grand slam are very low, but it's not none. If a grand slam is hit here, I believe that is enough of a momentum booster for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen that you just hang up your hat because this game is over.
Count is 1-1. I think Marin's looking at, 47 pitches? And that one will be number 48 as it crosses the plate for strike 2. I guess for it being the third inning, getting close to 50 is not ideal. But, I've seen way worse. But Elkhart's got a pretty thin lineup today. They've only got 10 guys in the dugout.
Well, and you and I, we were talking about that before the game kicked off, about how it didn't look like they had a packed house over there inside their dugout. And when we got the roster for today, only 10 guys sitting right there. So, small little travel team. And so far, their team chemistry hasn't looked like it's that great, but they can still turn it around.
And I don't even know if that's team chemistry issues that we've been looking at so far. I think it's just mental mistakes and not knowing how to field the ball. And a lot of what we've seen is errors. And, you could see it with your Elkhart 2 errors in the score chart. Count now is 2-2 with 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. And that one's going to just miss the top of the zone. Count goes full. The next pitch is going to be big for both teams. This is a big opportunity.
That's another thing. An RBI walk is just a momentum tear. That's where you take out your pitcher.
Called strike 3. Nigro goes down looking and leaves 3 on base. Oilmen still lead 5-1. We'll be back here on Region Sports Network and Jet TV.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100
like that we can talk about.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium, getting things set here for the top of the 4th inning. Big 5-1 on the scoreboard.
Now batting for Elkhart County.
I mean, this just plays inside the part of playing on the road when you were supposed to play at home starting off. And playing on the road, especially with fans like this, which make it feel like an at-home atmosphere, it's hard to fit in when you know that there's hardly anyone here, if anyone here, that's rooting for you to win.
Very, very true. Elkhart's far.
2-hour drive from my hometown, Crown Point.
For me, it's about an hour and a half. I'm from Valpo. This is the pitcher, Marin, here for the Elkhart County Miracle. Needs to get some hits back of his own. 0 for 1 so far on the day as he's going to ground that one over to second. Call's going to pick it up. Nice, easy play. And down goes the first batter. That'll bring up...
Elkhart County, number 20, Edgar Galindo.
Yeah, Galindo. In Game Changer, his name isn't, like, full. Like, it's just, like, half of it. So I go to read his name, and I'm just like, Galland is not his full name. I know there's more in there.
You know, Marin at least made contact, so that's at least something that can start going.
As true as that one once again gets grounded over to Nigro. The throw is just hard enough to beat him there. And quick and easy 2 outs here for the Oilmen.
And pretty much identical plays.
Wilson looking at 63 pitches so far. We have a deep bench today. Deep, deep bench today. How much longer do you think he goes?
I'd say you pull him maybe at the end of this inning because there are 2 outs. But I don't know how much they pitch inside this league. I know that you don't want to tire out your arm because this is a short it's 40-something games in a couple months. Like, this is a short season, and you play a lot. So you don't want to stress on your arm too much. So I think they take him out at the end of this. At just around 70 or over 70 pitches.
Grounded over to the third baseman. Oh, bobbles it a bit. He might be able to beat the throw. The throw is still in time. 1-2-3 inning, all on ground balls. That last one by Hockman, the first 2 by Nigro. And after the top of the 4th, it is still 5-1. Oilmen look for more insurance runs here on Region Sports Network and Jet TV.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an iron worker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or Ironworkers 395.
You got to make sure, like, in between innings.
Well, I think they're going to keep their pitcher the whole time, maybe. I don't know if they...
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Bottom of the 4th inning. We bring it back to the top of the order with number 40, Nick Upperman. Nick, no hits yet today. He's 0 for 1. He did get, did he get pelted or did he walk? I can't remember.
I think he got pelted.
Somebody got pelted, and I can't remember on the roster who it was. It might have been Hobbs.
I believe 2 players today got pelted.
Were there any walks? Have we seen any walks?
Yes, I believe so.
Let me pull up the pitching stats on Marin. No walks, so 2 guys have gotten pelted, and one of them was this guy. As he crushes one out to left field, and it's going to hop just before the wall. He's going to turn past first and make an easy trot into second. And the only way to ensure you can stay running that fast is with Midwest Orthopedics. Elite and everyday performers trust their physicians to help them make a fast, complete recovery. To be your best, see the best. Doubles from the Oilmen, sponsored by Midwest Orthopedics. You don't need to run that fast if you crush a ball like that, James.
Exactly. He sprinted to first, jogged from first to second, and still had himself a standing double. Like, just absolutely crushed it.
I was going to get grounded over easily to the first baseman, Gabriel Silva. That'll advance a runner at least. So Upperman makes it nice and easy over to third with only 1 out. A runner on third. All you need is a nice, well-hit ball from here, Termero.
Only 1 out?
Luis Termero does not have a hit yet. He's 0 for 2. Struck out twice.
This is a great time to get your first hit.
This is a great time. And we're still early in the game. These guys are getting their 3rd plate appearance in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, big turnarounds for the lineups. But this is his time to be the superhero. And speaking of superheroes, we were talking about at break, you are a Marvel guy.
I'm a big Marvel guy.
Me personally, I'm a DC guy.
I've got like a replica Iron Man helmet that like works.
What?
Yeah. That one's going to be drilled out to center field. Pinarski got the beat on it. And the tag up from Upperman will be finished. 6-1 now for the Oilmen as a nice little sac fly.
Now batting for Oilmen, number 7, Cole Hockman.
So we now get Cole Hockman with a 1-0 count. And that one's going to get drilled. Maybe find a gap, and it will. That's going to be that's going to be a hit over to left field from Cole Hockman on a 1-0 count. And Marin's pitch count's climbing as he finds 57. Brings up Hobbs Dunn, the legendary Imperial March walk-up song. But yes, we were talking about superheroes. Speaking of superheroes, we have a superhero night here at the ballpark.
What day is it, Seth?
I'm kind of mad at myself that I don't know off the top of my head, as that one is going to be grounded into right field. Hockman decides to round second and head over the third. And that single will put runners on the corners with only 2 outs. Superhero Night is June 28th here at Oil City Stadium.
So 23 days from now. But who is your favorite superhero?
Iron Man, easy.
Okay, well, that would make sense.
I have
with
the
Iron Man mask
amazing
and-
Iron Man replica helmet. Yeah.
See, I like Martian Manhunter for some reason.
That's crazy.
It's a legendary pull, man.
That's crazy.
I like Martian Manhunter. I also like Superman, but like that's kind of basic. And like Martian Manhunter.
I don't think that's basic though. So the whole reason that we have Superhero Night is because a couple weeks after that, a brand new Superman movie is coming out. And Marvel's on a pretty hot streak right now of good movies coming out. I have yet to see, what do they call it?
The last one I watched was Infinity War or whatever it was.
Oh, boy. That's so long
That
ago.
was a long time ago.
I was like, gosh, that was like 2019. What was the name of the... Dude, what was the name of the Marvel movie that just came out a couple weeks ago?
I didn't even know they just released a Marvel
help
movie.
me. There's 4 other people in this press box. Please, somebody help.
What Marvel movie was just released? And the people in the press box just say that's a good question.
In the meantime, Andrew Lim is at the plate. He's got a 3-1 count. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Time called by the pitcher.
Did Fantastic Four just come out?
Nope. That's not what I'm talking about. That one's going to be popped into the stands here of Oil City Stadium. Hopefully a kid can go get that one and return it to the front gate for $1.
I mean, but what do you think of, like, if you caught a foul ball in a game, would you give it back for $1 or would you keep it yourself?
It depends. I don't know. You know, I don't know what my 10-year-old self would have answered that question with, honestly. It feels like it was so long ago. Easy walk for Andrew Lim. So now we see, once again, bases loaded with 2 outs.
10-year-old me, what I'm doing, right? I'd say I was a smart 10-year-old. I would have probably went and sold it to, like, somebody playing baseball for $2. Made more money off of it, but I probably would have kept it as a souvenir, me, myself. I actually have a baseball as a souvenir. The first Cubs game I went to, I got one from the Rocky center fielder, Bretton Doyle.
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. Okay. But my first Cubs game, I got a ball from the Rockies center fielder, Bretton Doyle, and I remember telling you
Oh, you're a
about
big
this.
Doyle guy. Yeah.
I love Bretton Doyle, man. Doyle rules.
Swing and a miss from Drew Church. Your name is a mouthful, Drew. We should talk about that. We need a nickname for you.
Drew Church.
He's tall. He's got like a. Is that like a purple helmet, or is that just lighting that I'm seeing?
We are getting a head nod from our PA man that it is a purple helmet.
And Jovi Savalio confirmed purple helmet. There's a couple purple helmets out there, though. I don't think that we can distinguish him by that. He's kind of tall.
He's very tall.
That one's going to get fouled off.
And he's getting good bat speed.
He's getting great bat speed. Drew Church is 6'3", 180. He's a bit of a twig.
Yeah.
I'm 180, and I'm several inches shorter than he is.
I mean, he looks kind of skinny, but he's able to swing the ball with enough power and enough force. He's able to get that crack off the bat. So if you're able to do it, no reason to bulk yourself up.
Chopped foul once more. A lot of foul balls. How many pitches is this at bat?
I have no clue.
I feel like there's a way for you to see that. Maybe there's not a way to see that, and I'm just psyching myself out. Swing and a miss, drop third strike. Let's see if he can beat out the throw. And he will not. They will get the out over at first. No score. And that will end things here in the 4th inning. When we come back, top of the 5th, and the Elkhart County Miracle look to make a comeback.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein and Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
I don't know if it's a force out though on a drop third.
If he's out at.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an iron worker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Here in Northwest Indiana, whether the game's heating up or the sun's going down, there's nothing quite like finding yourself in the right place with the right choice in hand. And for many of us, that choice is a cold Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Please drink responsibly. It's Miller time. 5th inning, brought to you by Miller Lite here from the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. James, you really like that one.
I found that absolutely hilarious. Because right when we're going in, it's ad time. And I was like,
oh, I know the 5th inning is sponsored.
I was like, what is it? And you just smiled at me. I went, it's Miller Lite, isn't it? And it's Miller Lite. Like, dude.
Speaking of Miller Lite, tomorrow night here at Oil City Stadium is a Miller Lite koozie giveaway. Unfortunately, James, you don't get to be here for it.
I will be in Elkhart.
You got to make a drive.
Yep, drive over to Elkhart.
The Northern League will get to meet C.J. Cooper, who I have not had the pleasure of working with before.
Really?
On a broadcast. We have never done... I did a class project with him at the end of this past semester, and that's the only time that I've ever really done anything with CJ.
So a little clarification for the people at home. Me, Seth, and CJ Coop all went to college together. Coop graduated.
Kind of still do. Coop just graduated.
Coop just graduated. Seth and I still go to college together.
We call Sycamore baseball together at Indiana State.
So me and Seth already have a little bit of a connection, but I'm surprised that you have not worked with Coop.
Yeah, I've never called with Coop.
Have you ever been on Sports Extra Uncut with him?
I've been on Uncut twice, and he was not there for either of those.
Wow, so that's a freshly new face on any sort of media. I'm sure you and Coop will make it work, though.
Count now goes to 2-0 here for the Miracle. It's going to be a strike on that one from the swing. This is AJ Van Bogart, right? Or am I going crazy? This is Nate Garcia. I lied. And he's going to make a walk down over there to first.
Now batting for Elkhart County, number 25, Nate Pinarski.
So I believe we do have a new pitcher.
Yes, so this is Noah Crines up on the bump. We're learning a lot of things today with it being the first game of the season. We're doing a lot of these things live for the first time, so we do appreciate your patience with us today. But Noah Crines, number 23, is a pitcher from Lindenwood College. Comes out of Evanston at 6'2", 210.
Now pitching for the Oilmen, number 23, Noah Crines.
I mean, so far he's starting off with somewhat fine pitching.
Crine standing at 6'2", 210 pounds. As that one's going to be popped straight out into dead center field. And Church is going to be the one to make the grab on that one to give us the first out still, with Garcia out there on first.
22, Tommy Garcia.
Noah Crines has 3 pitches. He's got a fastball, he's got a slider, and he's got a splitter.
I mean, a splitter is a nice pitch to have. A splitter is a nice pitch to have, especially inside a league like this. Because, I mean, I don't know about you, Seth, but me never playing uniform baseball, certain pitches are hard for me to see, just like a splitter is. Like, I'm able to hit a fastball. I remember playing with my one friend. My one friend, his name is Jackson. Shout out to him. He said he wanted to play semi-pro baseball, and when I talked to him about it, I said about joining this league. He said maybe he just wants to train a little bit first, but he has a little bit of a cannon on him.
All right.
So all he needs to do is start focusing on the box that he can throw in, and then he's set, he's fine. But throwing inside that box is really hard. Me personally, if I played baseball, I'd be a right field guy or a first baseman, maybe third. But I'm a lefty, so it's hard to get gloves that fit me just to play in practice. You know what I mean?
I do understand what you're saying. Tommy Garcia here at the bump. But, James, I know for a fact you're a big basketball guy.
Yes, huge basketball guy. To play.
The NBA Finals have officially tipped off in the Oklahoma City Thunder. Currently 14 and Indiana Pacers with 10, as that's going to be a called strike 3 on Garcia with just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter of that game 1 in OKC. Me and you don't like OKC.
Oh, I really don't.
I currently am like I'm not going to call myself a Pacers fan, but I'll say that I'm like required by relationship status to root for the Pacers.
I understand that. I understand that. I am a Timberwolves fan, so I personally, with all my heart and soul, hate the Thunder as a team. Now, I don't necessarily hate, because hate is a strong word.
Hate's a strong word.
But I do hate that team, the team, but not the people. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really makes it hard to not dislike him because, in my opinion, him with his foul baiting is ruining the game of basketball. Won MVP, even though Jokic was clearly the better player. I won't get too much into this because this is a baseball broadcast, not a basketball broadcast, so I'm not going to go into net scores, but I really don't like OKC, and I hope that the Pacers pull this out. You and I believe you're an Indiana native.
I am, yeah.
Okay.
In Northwest Indiana native. I've been here forever.
So you and I both have. So I would much rather see the Pacers win overall, but I just really, really despise the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been, I'll be honest with you, I've never been a big pro basketball guy. And that's another called strike 3. Noah Crines making him work for it. As the score remains 6-1 after the top of the 5th, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still Elkhart Miracle needing to make a comeback.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an iron worker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Our production manager, Robert Cassiano, just had to make a quick run out. So we're going to have a conversation. We're going to come back to this superhero thing, actually.
Okay.
Because I'm a big Marvel guy, but you're a big DC guy. So I want to hear like how you rank like your top just handful of DC people.
So you want me to give you like my top 5?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's hard to make a list on this because I really haven't been like keeping up with superhero stuff since I was like smaller. But Martian Manhunter's 1, Superman's 2, 3 is see now it's hard to get to the 3. 3 I think actually would be Starfire. I really mess with Starfire from the DC universe. Our production manager, Robert Cassiano, says underrated pick, so I like that. I'm not a big Batman guy, but I like Robin a lot.
Okay.
And then I don't know who I'd put at my 5. Probably just like Flash.
Now batting for the Oilmen,
But
number 17.
I just really don't like Batman. I don't like the Batman versus Superman concept when Batman won, just because like no sense of reality has Batman beating Superman because Superman is Superman. You got a dude that's like has a bunch of money. He's not beating a dude that's literally superhuman. I mean, it's not happening.
Some things are moving around here at the ballpark, as I do believe that we have Galindo on the bump for the Elkhart County Miracle. But a lot of things are moving around here, because I think I see 22 out there at shortstop.
Yes,
That's Tommy
you do.
Garcia. That's not the same. Which means who's at third?
We have number 5 at third.
That's number 5?
Yep.
Do I have a number 5 in my lineup? It's Gabe Call.
So Gabe Call is at third.
Why do I not see Gabe Call in this lineup? Oh, because he's right there. Okay, now everything's fixed.
A little bit of a mishap.
We do a lot of things up here in the box. I know there's plenty of us up here, but me and James are doing a lot. It's going to be foul-tipped. Count goes full.
So now we got everything figured out, 0 outs on the board. But I don't know. I have not been paying attention to superheroes in a long time. Me personally, I started enjoying DC more because I would play like the DC and Marvel games, like the Lego ones when I was little, and I really enjoyed the DC ones more. Like Lego Batman 3 is my favorite Lego game of all time.
Okay.
Lego Batman 3 was goated, man. Like it was a great game. Now, Marvel Superheroes was fantastic, but I just really liked Lego Batman 3, and that's what pushed me towards liking DC over Marvel. Who are your top people besides Iron Man? Iron Man's obviously one. I want to see that mask one day, because that's actually...
I'll bring it in for Superhero Night.
Fantastic.
I'll bring it in for Superhero Night. But I like Iron Man, obviously, at number 1. Past that, I liked Captain Marvel a lot, but then I wasn't a fan of the Marvels at all. So I'm a little iffy on Captain Marvel right now. But you gotta love the classic Spider-Man. I don't really know...
That is true. Spider-Man's awesome.
Yeah, I don't really know where I fall past, like, the first couple.
But which Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man?
You're not gonna like my answer.
Are you gonna say Tom Holland?
I'm gonna say Tom Holland.
What?
Okay, so here's my reasoning. As that one's gonna get cut over to the shortstop, and he's gonna be able to make the play, but still advance Miller. So Nigro's gonna ground out on that one. Now here's listen. Andrew Garfield, the best Spider-Man?
No. Tobey Maguire
Okay.
is the best Spider-Man,
Okay.
man.
Hold on. I messed up names. Give me a second. Tobey Maguire, best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield,
The Dancing Man.
in my opinion, is the best Peter Parker.
Okay.
I think Tom Holland found the perfect middle ground to be the best overall character, as that one's going to hop past the left fielder, and that's going to score one run on a double. And the only way to ensure you can stay running that fast is with Midwest Orthopedics. Elite and everyday performers trust their physicians to help them make a fast, complete recovery. To be your best, see the best. Doubles sponsored by Midwest Orthopedics. As the score goes 7-1.
Yeah, this game.
My gosh.
This game is looking grim for Elkhart. This game is looking very grim. I will say, though, another reason why DC is better than Marvel.
Oh, my gosh.
Have you ever watched the original Teen Titans? Not
I
talking about
did.
Teen Titans Go.
I did.
The original Teen Titans.
The original Teen Titans.
I've been watching Teen Titans Go, like, recently, because it's on my Hulu.
Mhm.
You know, shout out Hulu with their
Hulu's good.
Spotify plan for college students.
They've got good stuff.
But I've been watching Teen Titans Go. It's not as good as the old one, but it's still kind of nice.
Pitch called a ball, and runner steals third.
So a steal from second to third. And
That doesn't happen often.
see, I never understood that when I was
Oh, by the
little.
way, Soul and Base is sponsored by BP. For maximum speed and efficiency, look to BP and Whiting, an energy company with a purpose.
And they're right back there.
They are right back there, bringing us that smokestack, which I think you might actually be able to see by now. Yep, you can
Yes,
see the
you
fire.
can.
You can see the fire on Facebook.
It's like the Olympics, like, you know, the torch, when people run it out. That's what it reminds me of.
It does have a identical flame. You are 100% right. That flame is identical.
I mean, it's a beautiful backdrop.
2-1 is in there for strike two.
This is one of the best backdrops I've ever seen in a baseball game.
I was going to get called a ball high.
You know, and I'm glad, you know, I came up to Whiting and have done stuff up here. Whiting is like, it's a nice little area.
It's beautiful.
I remember talking with...
it's really nice here.
I was talking with CJ Coop, which, you know, people on this network are going to...
They're going to hear from tomorrow.
They're going to most likely fall in love with him fairly fast.
He's a personality.
Exactly. But with Coop, him and I, we were talking about it, and I was like, you know, I wonder how big, like, Whiting actually is. And he said, 2 blocks, and then you're in Hammond. I was like, yeah, because it's...
No, downtown Whiting is small.
Exactly. It's the BP refinery, and then you got downtown Whiting where everyone knows each other.
Right.
The high school apparently has 400 kids in it total. But, like...
Oh, he's going to get called out on strikes on that one. Thomas not liking that call at all. I think it might have been a little on the hands. I don't think you can call that one a strike 3.
That's a timeout on what I was talking about, because that was inside. That was right at his hands. I would have personally gave him the base, but we don't have the best look from up here. But Whiting is a fantastic little area. High school only has 400 kids in it. I would know everybody in that school if I went there. But it's a nice little town. I love it up here.
My GPS, whenever I come here, always makes me take different ways. The most recent way that it made me take today was I had to drive through the refinery, and then I passed what used to be the Mascot Hall of Fame, and then I managed to get here, which is my favorite way to get here. Because I love the BP refinery, and when the Mascot Hall of Fame was open, I loved, like, taking, like, my little cousins and stuff over there, because it's more like children's museum-ish.
Yeah.
But I like mascots a lot. And, like, my favorite sports team of all time is the Chicago Blackhawks hockey team, and their mascot, Tommy Hawk, is in the Mascot Hall of Fame.
I don't really watch that much hockey. That's hockey. I like Minnesota Wild just because, like, dude, I like Minnesota.
Okay, so you're a friend of the Colorado
I'm not a fan. No, I'm not a fan of the Rockies. Just Doyle. Okay, so you were okay. Hold on. So this makes sense then because you're also a Minnesota Vikings fan. Yeah. As that one's also going to fall. Then another score goes 8-1 on a single from Louis Termero. And the Oilmen are rolling away, and this will bring us to number 77. So to give a that, I believe that is Ryan Groberski. So do we have a substitute? I think we do. I feel pretty confident Ryan Groberski running 27. That one's going to be grounded over to the shortstop. Makes the play at second and retires the side. That'll be a fielder's choice. And that will end things in the fifth. When we come back, it's the sixth inning, and the Elkhart County Miracle attempts to make a 7-run comeback. You're watching the Northwest Indiana Oilmen on Region Sports Network and Jet.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
You made the substitution.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so it is Ryan Groberski.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. A lot of defensive changes here at the ballpark. Adana Barca has taken over over at second base, and Matt Rutke now on the bump for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. There's a lot going on today.
Yes, a lot. And it's, we're sitting up here, we're doing the score, we're doing everything like that.
We're trying to give you people the action at home.
It's hard to keep up with all.
I'm trying to keep up with your guys' chats.
This is the most stuff I've done.
I'm watching two different chats right now
during a broadcast. But we were talking about before break about my fandoms. For football, I'm a big Minnesota Vikings guy. They're the people that got me into football. They're the people that got me into sports. I know that our production manager is a Packers fan. So
that one's going to get roped out into center field. Nice, easy blooper. Upperman scoops it up. And Gabe Call's going to be able to make it to first on that one.
But I'm a big Timberwolves guy. Growing up, I was a Bulls fan and a Celtics fan. But I just started liking the Wolves when I started getting back into basketball. Then I started liking the Twins and the Wild. So I liked all Minnesota teams. Then I started watching games with my grandma, Cubs games, and became a huge Cubs guy.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it really had no loyalty to the Twins except for the Minnesota name. They're still my second team, but Brenton Doyle is my favorite player. Also, along with PCA, I love P. Crow Armstrong. I know
PCA's my dog.
Yeah, everyone loves PCA. If you're a Cubs fan, you
so
love
I told you that due to relationship status, I'm required to root for the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
Due to relationship status, the other half is required to watch Chicago Cubs with me, and
you were telling me about this,
right? And she had never liked watching baseball because she thinks that it's too boring and it's too slow, which us baseball fans here in Northwest Indiana know is not true. But she watched opening day of the MLB with me, and Pete Crow Armstrong had dyed stars in his hair, and she was attached. So now we're Cubs fans. Now we're Cubs fans together.
PCA does that.
PCA MVP, baby. He's going far. So that's going to be a passed ball
Call it a wild pitch. Count goes 1-0 to Marin, who's no longer pitching. Finally gets to give his arm a little bit of a rest. Pitching's moving all around.
But going back to other sports, are you an all-around Chicago guy? Because I know you like the Cubs.
Yes.
I know you like the Hawks.
Yeah. I am a Chicago. When you grow up in the Chicagoland area,
well, I grew up there. I grew up closer.
Why are you rooting for all of these Minnesota teams?
I grew up closer to Chicago than you did.
That's maybe. That's going to be a grounder over to the shortstop. Will record the out, but the runner advances.
Now batting for Elkhart County, number 20, Edgar Galindo.
I mean, so did you grow up in Valparaiso?
No, I grew up in Portage.
I was still close. I grew up in Crown Point. That's further west.
Is it?
Yeah. Are you talking about Portage? You're talking about Portage, Indiana.
Yeah, Portage, Indiana.
Yeah.
Directly next to Valparaiso, Indiana, yeah.
Yeah. Because Crown Point is like 15 minutes from the Illinois line. I grew up right outside there.
So I've got Google Maps pulled up. We're going to...
Because
I'm bad at maps, so...
You know 41, right?
I do know 41.
So 41 is like 2 miles away from me, and I can go straight up here to White.
Okay, so I think we're honestly equally close, because you're further south, but I'm further... Like, I'm on the lake. Portage has a beach on Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
So I'm still, like, very, very quick. I just take 90, and I'm there.
Yeah.
So I think we're equally close, but you get like the west closeness, and I get the north closeness.
But I don't know. I like the Minnesota teams.
But now, yes, you are much closer than me because I live in Valpo now.
Valpo's a nice area, though.
That one grounded over to Adana Barca, and that's going to be an error. So it won't be an earned run, luckily, for Matt Rutke up on the bump. But the score will go 8-2 now with a runner on first. To give you an update on the Game 1 of the NBA Finals, with 10 minutes left in quarter 2, OKC is up 34-25. Pacers were down by a little bit more earlier, and now they are 35-28. Pacers were down by a tad more earlier, but it seems that they're crawling their way back, which seems to be the Pacers' way.
I'm checking right. Well, no lead is safe when you're playing the Pacers. That's been proved multiple times.
They're a second-half team all day. That one's going to get shot over the head of Groberski over at third. And that one is a single out to left field with 2 outs. And the Elkhart County Miracle showing their danger here late in this game.
I want to see if it'll load where I can see how many free throws Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has shot so far inside this basketball game. Because I personally don't like how many free throws he gets. I don't know. Do you pay attention to the news in basketball?
No.
So,
I mean, I obviously heard about, like, the Luka trade, but, like...
I saw it. I wrote an article on that.
I got the notification, like, when it happened, because everybody did.
I saw something. I don't know if it's true. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw a thing that said refs are now allowed to call a foul bait, which gives the opposing team a free throw. Not like the team that was fouled,
right?
But the team that was like foul baited against, they get a non-unsportsmanlike technical.
Interesting.
So that's a free throw for the team.
Non-unsportsmanlike technical. That's
Even though I think it's unsportsmanlike, it's only a non-unsportsmanlike tech. That way, they don't get kicked out of the game. So you can flop as much as you want every time you
still
flop,
need 2 techs to get out of a game, don't you?
But not those types of techs.
Yep.
So that's why.
That one's going to be a passed ball, and that'll advance runners.
But I don't know if it's true. I hope it is. But I hope it's true because I hate flopping, and that makes it where when you flop you don't get a free throw, but the team you flopped against gets 2. So
called strike 3, retire the side. We go to the middle of the 6th after a called strike 3. Elkhart only puts up 1, still behind by 6. Oilmen look to put up more insurance runs when we come back.
Right, Candace. We're getting multiple reports of this mysterious but powerful phenomenon. People are experiencing a sound, after which they drop everything, and I mean everything, and run to their nearest White Castle. Now, we are urging folks to stay calm. There's no evidence that this...
Richard, we're live.
When the crave calls,
Richard, we're live.
Go to White Castle for the $5 bacon bundle with 2 bacon sliders and a small fry. White Castle. Follow your crave.
So we're finding conversation, baby. I'm a little bit rusty.
We're getting there.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Rust premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Oh, Fedor's going to bat.
Fedor? Who's that?
Mike Fedor.
So
28.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Perfect timing with the throw down to second, which was a little offline from the catcher there. But we will now see a pinch hitter in Michael Fedor.
Now batting for the Oilmen.
I mean, I don't know why you would want a pinch hitter right now. It's not like you need one.
We have a deep lineup, and I think head coach Mike Caston is just looking to get
people.
Let's get people used to playing at Oil City Stadium,
Get
right?
them
Let's
looks.
get the whole point of the league is a stat pad for these guys to bring into their schools, right? So let's get these guys some stat padding.
I mean, you're giving people looks when the game doesn't have, high stakes to it.
Mike Fedor, an infielder from the College of Lake County in Homer Glen, Illinois, standing at 6 foot. He is 195 pounds.
And even though I'm from Lake County, I have no idea where the College of Lake County is.
Yeah, what the heck is the College of Lake County?
Where
and also,
is
why
that?
is it not called Lake County College?
College of Lake County. I don't even recognize the road around there. Lake County, Illinois.
Oh, not our Lake
That
County.
makes sense. So
That's
there's a Lake
incredibly
County, Indiana.
confusing.
There's a
which
Lake
is
County,
nearby,
Indiana.
and that's a real rough
We're in
pitch.
Lake County.
Is this a new pitcher? 20?
Yes, I believe that is. Wait, no.
Nope, that's still Galindo. All right. I saw the blue shirt under his jersey, and I panicked because I didn't see that before.
But we are currently in Lake County, Indiana. I keep on forgetting there's other Lake Counties.
And the one in Illinois is not too far away either, and that's where the confusing part comes in.
But that makes more sense. Lake County, College, Illinois. Because I thut I would have known a college around here.
Also, still confused on why it's called the College of Lake County and not just Lake County College. That seems like a breeze to me. Two now with no outs.
So do you think it's too late to come back?
No. This is baseball, dude.
I know it could switch up.
It's
at the
not
drop
like
of a dime,
basketball or
but-
hockey where there's like a clock.
I know, and I say that all the time. That I forgot who it was that I was talking to, but they were talking to me about how, the game's over, and I was like, baseball is the one sport where
the game is
the game could go on forever. Every other game has a clock.
Striking out is Fedor, and that will bring up number 14.
Number 14, Ryan Hart.
Number 14 is Ryan Hartz. Ryan Hartz is an outfielder out of Chicago, Illinois, standing at 6'2", 190. one's going to get roped out into right field. It might find a gap, and it will not. It will land in the glove of Marin.
Now batting for the Oilmen, number 3, Nate Burdak.
So this brings up Nate Burdak for the Oilmen.
Now that fire in the background is shining bright.
And he's going to get hit with that one. He'll wear it. He's going to wear the first pitch of the at-bat. His first plate appearance of the year, and he just wore it.
I mean, I say that all the time, that you just got to wear pitches.
First pitch he sees of the 2025 summer, and he's just like, all right, I'll take it.
At least you get on base.
Brings us to 17, Nate Brumfield.
This is a beautiful field. I think this is the best field that I've ever actually been to.
Now watch out, because Nate Brumfield is a catcher. As that one's going to be fouled, and it'll just miss. Nate Brumfield is a catcher, so look out for that. There could be a position swap, on that one. He is from Valparaiso. He goes to Wabash College, standing at 6'1". Runner's going to go. Ball inside. Decent throw. But we're going to get a stolen base out of that. And stolen base is sponsored by BP. For maximum speed and efficiency, look to BP and Whiting, an energy company with a purpose.
Well, we were talking about this before the game, about where to set up, different points of view to see. And you and I were talking about how many steals would be in this game. I said there might be a couple steals, and you said, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of steals in there.
It really depends. It depends on a lot of things, If these players really feel comfortable in their speed, they can go for it, But also, a lot of it is up to coaching. And if head coach Mike Kasten doesn't want a lot of steals, especially when you're up by 6.
Yeah.
They got ahead in the second inning. Pitch outside, and he's going to steal third. Stolen base is sponsored by BP. For maximum speed and efficiency, look to BP and Whiting, an energy company with a purpose.
I also feel that's 2 stolen bases for him.
Please, Burdak, don't make me read it for a third time.
Which is wild. Hey, if he steals home...
I'll read it twice if he steals home.
Yeah, that's madly impressive. But I also feel like it's these guys that want to get their own opportunities.
Full count pitches inside, and now runners sit on the corners with 2 outs. We shouldn't be threatening this hard with 2 outs when Burdak wasn't even in scoring position 2 pitches ago.
But Burdak, I feel like what he's doing right now is he's trying to say, hey, at least put me in as a pinch runner whenever anything goes down. You know what I mean? He's trying to get those opportunities. Maybe he can be a pinch hitter, do something.
But Donna Barker's going to find strike 1.
He's proving why he's been put out there.
Pitch inside for ball 1.
Now, this is not the scores that you and I are used to being seen.
Okay,
baseball
well,
game.
This is very different for us, I will say, because 2 years ago, this was pretty normal for me, because I was calling games for an Indiana State Sycamores baseball team that later in the summer went to the national semifinals.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
So I was very used to this. Sound's going to be popped out into shallow center field. Pinarski might have a beat on it. He will, and that will retire the side. And that wraps up the 6th inning. We'll go to the 7th, and Elkhart still needs 6 runs.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
I'd be so
Nick
addicted to
Sunflower? Dude, hey.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with VP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Sorry about that. With some production, I don't want to call them issues. We'll call them, what do you want to call them?
Mishaps.
Mishaps. That's fine. Production mishaps happening. Let's turn to the NBA Finals real quick. 37 Indiana Pacers, 44 Oklahoma City Thunder, nearing the end of the first half here. But there is a new pitcher on the bump in Jackson Montgomery. Jackson Montgomery, I met for the first time about 10 minutes before first pitch. So there's not a lot I can really say about him. I'm sure I will get more information. It's probably tomorrow.
I think it's always good to talk to your players before the games. Of like the team they cheer, because I did that a lot in high school, and then when you and I went to the college, you and I get the lineups.
Yeah,
we get
lineups pretty early,
but we get it handed to us.
Right.
Versus here, we go down and we grab the lineups, and I like that because it gets you connected with your own team.
No, I agree.
Same thing. I have my I have the generals' numbers in my phone. And that's nice because you get to know them on a deep personal level to, storytell inside a game about them.
Count 1 and 2 here at Oil City Stadium. Jackson Montgomery looking to make a statement in his Oilmen debut. I didn't do vocal warm-ups before this, so I usually like to stretch it out a little bit.
What's your warm-up?
For me, it's just like trying to stretch the mouth as much as possible. Whatever weird phrases I can come up with that really make the mouth muscles work. Or maybe a little bit before game time, I will enunciate every syllable I am saying to a person. But yeah, I did not do that today because I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off since 2 p.m. So,
see, I personally just do like red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's a good one. How much wood could chuck wood? Stuff like that.
Shallow blooper out to left field. It's going to be grabbed by Thomas out and left.
Now batting for Elkhart, number 22, Tommy Garcia.
But I always think it's good to get those, warm-ups in. You were here at 2. I was here at, I believe, 2:30.
Yeah.
So you were just, you're the head guy. So it's hard to, boss everyone around. Well, not boss. That makes it sound rude. You're not.
I do my best.
This man right here, he's not a bad boss.
I do my best.
He's a nice boss, but it's not easy to take charge and still
I'm the boss of 7 people who all do different things, so it's very difficult to manage all of you at the same time.
But he does a good job. We are thankful for you, Seth.
Thank you.
Or at least I am. We're getting a head nod.
Producer Rob only agrees in silence. Are we at the top of the 7th inning right now? You want to know something fun?
What?
James?
What?
7th inning of Oilmen Baseball is sponsored by Laborers Local 41, currently representing 1,200 members who work in the construction industry in Northwest Indiana area. They are the fastest growing union of construction workers and one of the most diverse and influential unions representing public service employees. For more information, visit laborers41.com.
And I really, as a person, I grew up on a farm, and I think that physical labor, number one, it's great for your body, but number two, if you look at it right now, it's a great job that you can have.
And we're going to go with an E. We're going to go with an E4 on that one, as Don Abarca let that one roll by him.
But it's a great job to have, because if you can get inside a union, you have great benefits.
True.
You have great pay.
Fantastic.
Especially now with the trades being inside low. So that's something that I would really say for people to check out. Just like do you go to the gym?
No, I'm a cardio-only person.
Okay. See, I don't go to the gym. I like to do workouts around my house, and I like to, because, well, for workouts around the house, like, yeah, you got push-ups, sit-ups, but in my house, on the stairs, I have this one metal beam that I can do, like, pull-ups on.
So, okay, let's talk about wearing a baseball for a second, because that one, when you see a ball coming at your back, if you can't slide out of the way of it, just let it hit you. Let it hit you in the arm, or let it hit you in the back. If you try and duck a ball that's coming at your back, what happens is what just happened here to Tommy Garcia, is where he got hit in the head with a baseball. Luckily, it was a very slow pitch.
Yeah. And just clipped his helmet.
It just kind of bumped him, and then he got up and celebrated and went over to first. But I just let the ball hit you.
Well, I'm a big person with wear it, because there's no, if you can get on base, you can get on base. So I would just say, like, you got to wear it in the first place, but especially that. Don't just try to duck, because that's a way that you're going to get hurt. Try to slide. Don't duck into it.
Foul tipped into the glove. Goes in the books as a swinging strike. This is Thompson for Elkhart, 0 for 3 on the day. I lied. This is Gabe Call. My game changer's behind. Gabe Call is 2 for 3. I lied. He's a bit more of a menace. Pitch comes in quite low. Count goes 2-2.
And your game changer is behind.
Yeah, it's super behind. I'm watching you update it in real time. Swing and a miss.
Empty count, and I have it.
I have an empty count for Thompson, and you
and I just had him striked out. So way behind on yours.
Yeah. AJ Van Bogart, player manager, coming up 1 for 3 on the day. And this is officially my favorite time to be playing at Oil City Stadium. We still see a tad of light, which is very difficult. Like, you could kind of see it well enough on the stream. On the stream, it looks a little bit lighter than it actually is.
Yeah.
It's quite dark out here. You could see a sliver of a tiny bit of light in the clouds. but you still see the clouds rolling over. It's dark enough. It's well dark enough to see the beautiful flame out there brought to us by BP. This
You still see a little bit of those lights.
Like this is what Oil City is about right here.
Like I said earlier, this is not even potentially. This is the best background of baseball I've seen.
Oh, called strike 3. Goes down on strikes. Van Bogart unhappy with the call yet again. Second time he's gone down on strikes today. And it is time to stretch here at the ballpark. We'll be back with more Oilman baseball on Jet TV and the Region Sports Network.
As we reach the middle of the 7th inning, it's the
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
I told him to use the same one we
Don gave me a smile.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium.
40, Nick Upperman.
Brings us to number 40, Nick Upperman. Top of the order. Bottom of the 7th. I do not see any defensive changes. I don't think so, at least. So that pitch is going to be well outside.
So I want to go back to you talking about being a catcher.
Okay.
So I tried catching once.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because I didn't have any equipment on or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
But it is the scariest thing ever. And I was just getting like 60-mile-an-hour pitches.
Right. Okay. So here's my viewpoint. I need the mask. The mask is my sense of security. If a 70-mile-an-hour fastball hits me in the chest, it'll hurt. But for some reason, that does not scare me. If I have the mask, I feel secure. I need to see that cage in my periphery, I guess.
I would much rather get hit inside the chest with a 60, 70-mile-per-hour ball than hit square in the nose, because then my nose is shattered.
No, that's fair.
So, I feel like it goes along with that, but, it's scary. And I remember I was playing baseball with my one friend. He threw, a 70-mile-per-hour ball, and it hit just, on the tip of the thumb at the glove, and it rolled into the glove. Instead of, it was going to roll and hit me straight in the throat. But it luckily rolled inside the glove, and that was, the scariest experience that I've had playing any sort of baseball ever.
Now batting for Oilmen, number 16, Kamari Thomas.
So this brings us to Kamari Thomas. We have reached halftime in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. OKC currently leads Indiana 57-45. Nice little 12-point gap there. But we've talked about this already. The Pacers are a second-half team.
Well, it's also, I don't know if it's still like this. I remember it was like this before. for the Thunder, you would have to buy from a third-party ticket website because if you are not a Thunder fan, you are not allowed to buy a ticket. So you have to buy from a third-party website. That way their home games are more of home games.
I mean, it makes sense. So I've noticed the Winnipeg Jets hockey team, I think, does that because they have whiteout playoff games. So Winnipeg Jets, all of their playoff games at home are whiteouts. Not a single fan in the stands is wearing something that isn't white, which tells me that they're probably doing something similar.
Well, I remember a couple years ago, it was the switching over to football now.
Oh, that one's rolled deep out into right center field, back at the wall. It's got a chance, and he's going to make the grab. He's got to come way back. Upperman on first was confident that ball was going to carry, and he had to touch two more bases. He had rounded second, was ready to head over to third.
Jeez, I thought that was gone.
Wow. And I mean, Penarski covered a lot of ground.
But I remember the first year that Kevin O'Connell was the head coach. It might have been his second.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1 was inside Green Bay, Wisconsin, which our producer's a Green Bay fan. I can't stress that enough. I can't stand it. But he said, I don't want to see any green here. And it looked like a Vikings home game.
That's crazy.
There were so many Vikings. Like, if you look at pictures, it was just a wave of purple in there. So it could just be great marketing and a great fan base, but most likely when all your home games are like that, it's because you don't allow people to buy straight from you and they have to buy from third-party websites, which I think it's a good marketing strategy if you have the fan base for it, but it's kind of like...
I don't really think it matters what team it is. It's the playoffs. I think any fan base during the playoffs is going to show up and show out.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't think it matters what team it is.
Ball just flew over our head, hit on top of the
That's
going to
hit the top of the press box. And the broken glass sound effect at Oil City Stadium brought to you by Jovi Savalio.
That would have hit him in the head if we
that ball would have hit him in the head if we weren't under a roof.
But no, this is a nice paced game.
That's going to be a wild pitch to keep Upperman moving. And he will move into scoring position to give Tamaro a pretty good RBI opportunity here.
If this wasn't because this is still, I don't know if I'd consider this a blowout, because it's not.
This is where I start to question it, because 6 runs is a grand slam plus 2.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ground to cover.
I'd say it's just a big lead. You and I, though, we are used to seeing. I cannot think. We're used to seeing. Help me out with this. Blowouts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just. I can't describe it. Like, I don't want to trash talk Indiana State, but at the same time, like, when you put up 11 runs and lose by 8 after hitting 5 home runs,
we called an amazing game together, James.
Like, 5 home runs.
Look, I know we can be mad about the outcome of that game, but all in all, we watched some crazy baseball that day.
You lost with 5 home runs and 11 runs scored, and you lost by 8. So, I mean, anything is better than seeing a game like that. I do love Indiana State, but, like, that pitching needs to be worked on. This game, though, has been phenomenal, even though it is a 6-point deficit for Elkhart, which I will be going and watching that game when it is Elkhart at home versus the Griffith Generals.
Ryan Groberski 0 for 1 on the day.
Ooh, bases juiced.
We have filled the bases with 1 out. Double play is not out of the picture.
Grand slam time. Grand slam like you are at Denny's at 2 o'clock in the morning.
We get Mike Fedor. So, Mike Fedor, this is only his second at-bat and the first time he struck out.
Mound meeting.
I can't tell you... Oh, we're drawing up a play. We're drawing up a play. What are we doing here?
Probably saying just leave it low.
But like,
let him ground it. Don't let him get under it and hit it high. Even though a grand slam is very unlikely inside this league, anything is possible.
Oh yeah, we're seeing some pitching change action. We're going to take a break real quick, just for a minute, but when we come back, we're going to introduce you to the new pitcher here on Jet TV and the Region Sports Network.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an iron worker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7...
Their pitcher is moving to left field, and left field is moving to pitcher.
Okay, so easy switch here at Oil City Stadium. Good. Oh, come on, James. I was about to say good news. The crowd heard you announce the change.
I don't know who's playing at shortstop.
Oh my gosh, who's playing? Is that Tommy Garcia at third base? There's a lot that's happening here.
So
things have moved.
We really do need binoculars out here.
Oh, we need them bad. We need them bad. You can't see the outfield numbers that well from here. Van Bogart's keeping it tight. Keeping those pitches in on the hands. That one's going to get roped over to the third baseman. Tommy Garcia is going to throw home, get the force out. The rest of the runners will advance. It will be a fielder's choice from third to home. So 2 outs now, still bases juiced. This is the do-or-die moment for A.J. Van Bogart on the mound. If A.J. Van Bogart does not get this batter out, I think Elkhart is probably screwed out of a win here.
I mean, it's already looking very bleak for them because you are inside the 7th with bases juiced. Luckily, you have 2 outs. This is the second time they've been inside a bases juiced jam. First one, I don't think it benefited them. And it's hard when you have somebody subbed in.
Right.
Luckily, the man that subbed in has played inside this game, so his arm is not, unadjusted. He's adjusted to throwing already inside this game.
Count goes 2-1 on that foul ball. And that one's also going to get fouled back into the box.
Nope, just behind. I'm calling it.
Oh, on the box.
It hit the box. You were right.
Called it. I'm a genius.
Got a 6 cents for it. 6 cents. Not a 6 cents. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
See, a movie I really wanted to watch. I really wanted to watch Interstellar. Because
that's another one. Hit the breaking glass. Thank you, Joby.
But I really wanted to watch
3 pitches in a row.
I wanted to watch Interstellar, but they removed it off of Hulu after they said that they weren't removing it off of Hulu.
Oh, weird.
But I just think that that'd be a cool movie. I have a lot of movies that I want to watch.
Oh, and he's going to wear the pitch. He fought through that at bat so hard. He wears the pitch, and the score goes 9-2.
Yeah, this might be over.
I think that's it.
You have a RBI hit by pitch. Jeez, that's a RBI HBI. Wait, no, I can't.
HBP.
I can't think. HBP. RBI HBP. I cannot believe
My
I
game
thought
changer's
pitch
still
started
behind.
with an
I don't know
I.
what's going on. So we do go to Burdak.
That was a good pitch there. Able to find the zone on the outside.
Well, I told you folks at home, and he's going to wear that. Nope, not going to wear that pitch. Thought that one hit him right in the back, just a pitch behind him.
It sounded like it hit him.
I'm starting to question A.J. Van Bogart's pitching experience. I don't know how much he's actually pitched, but we've now seen two violent pitches, I'll call them. And hack and a miss at that one. He'll go down on strikes to retire the side, right? I'm not crazy? Yeah. That's a punch out. And that retires the side. Oilmen keep the score climbing. The score is 9-2. When we come back, Elkhart County Miracle need a load of runs.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with VP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
We did, Mike. We're working on it.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
What I'm telling you, stay away from around.
Right, Candace. We're getting multiple reports of this mysterious but powerful phenomena. People are experiencing a sound, after which they drop everything, and I mean everything, and run to their nearest White Castle. Now, we are urging folks to stay calm. There's no evidence that this...
Richard, we're live. When the crave calls, Richard, we're live. Go to White Castle for the $5 bacon bundle with 2 bacon sliders and a small fry. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Nate Burdak. Nope, not Nate Burdak. Who's the guy on the bump, James?
Marin.
What?
Or are you talking about pitching?
Yep.
That's completely my fault. It was number 21. I don't know why it.
Is that Aaron Buchholz? That's Aaron Buchholz.
Yeah, it's Aaron Buchholz. My fat fingers messed up on the game changer, and I accidentally put Buchholz at third base. That's the second time this has happened, that my fingers have put people in the wrong place.
Grounder over to the shortstop. He's going to make the throw over to first, and he's going to bobble it. Who do we give the error to?
First baseman all day.
First baseman error, E3? What's going in the books as an E3. All right.
Now batting for Elkhart County, number 20, Edgar Galindo.
Brings up Galindo to the dish. Galindo currently pitching. I think he's surpassed 60 pitches at this point.
Speaking of...
Oh, nope, I lied. My game changer is broken.
Speaking of errors at first base, this happened a while ago. This was when Ryan Presley was on the Cubs. Do you maybe remember a game where it ended with a throw to first after Ryan Presley allowed a ground ball and then Turner dropped it at first?
You're giving me a real specific scenario here, dude.
I don't remember what game it was. but I remember that the game, it was Ryan Presley pitching. I know that I'm not losing my mind because I remember all my friends hate Ryan Presley, and I love Ryan Presley because I loved him on the Astros. But
Now batting for Elkhart County, number 36, Gabriel Silva.
now that fire is really burning over by BP.
Oh, yeah, we've officially hit pitch black status here.
But the lights stay on. I wonder what that is.
I feel like we could quickly find out. That might be a double play, and they will decide not to throw to first. They throw very late, and the runner will make it in time. Pitcher was not there to cover.
I don't know why. Oh, well, pitcher wasn't there. Kind of left empty, but...
Number 10, Nate Garcia.
Swing and a miss on that one.
But this has been a pretty nice game that we've seen so far, besides the score.
Yeah.
But the game doesn't really feel indicative of its score. Like, the game feels like it's been a cat and...
it feels exciting.
Yeah, it feels
doesn't
like
it?
a cat and mouse game, like, this entire time. I also feel like that's because you and I have started getting our flow back together and getting back to...
That's true. We haven't called together in a while.
Exactly.
I've been a couple weeks without calling a game. Now it's going to be a passed ball, and that will advance the runner.
But no, you and I have started getting our mojo back.
We're back.
And I feel like that's also why this game has felt like it's been, still close. Did that hit his foot, or did it just bounce up?
No, it bounced up. Runner will still advance anyway. I don't know whether you want to give that a wild pitch or a pass ball.
That's a wild pitch.
Okay. Yeah, it felt like a wild pitch to me.
Because it bounced right in front of the catcher. And I will say, Brumfield has done a good job of, when he's been in so far, of stopping wild pitches from getting away from him, but just not that one.
And he'll walk there to advance.
Now batting for Elkhart County, number 25. Nate
So
Garcia.
runners on the corners is like, at this stage in the game, can't really be terribly mad, but at the same time, you don't want to let your lead collapse. You want to still have this, because if it's a dominatory win, especially in a rivalry like this, that's what you want for the next
Right.
matchup. You want it to be in the back of their minds. No, I tell you, I cannot wait to go home. Because before I left, I didn't...
I was going right into the stands.
Yep.
Maybe the dugout? Yep, off the top of the dugout.
But I didn't eat before I came here. Well, I did. But you and I, even though game started at 6, you got here at 2, I got here at 2:30, so I ate lunch.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to go home and eat dinner. Luckily, what I ate for lunch is I ate 3 eggs. So...
Oh, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, I ate 3
love
eggs,
eggs.
2 pieces of toast. Dude, eggs are amazing. So I'm pretty... not filled up, but I'm just not that hungry. I just can't wait to go home and eat, though, and then
No,
finish
I feel
working
you.
out. I'm probably going to make myself more eggs when I go home. If the stores are still open, I'll go buy some more too.
That one off the handle out into right center field. It's going to find the gap, and that'll score 1 run. Runner's going to decide not to go past third. He held up for quite a while. So that'll be a little single of a blooper out to right center field to score a run. Score goes 9-3.
So I don't know if they're letting their lead collapse or, just like a little bit of a bad throw. But you're just trying to chop through your men to not get arms tired.
It's going to be a ground ball over to the second baseman. The throw to first is in time, and that retires the side. Elkhart County Miracle score 1. But they're still 6 behind, and the Oilmen have another chance to add more insurance run here on the Region Sports Network and Jet TV.
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
That I did wrong as a hardship. Because I should know better.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
What is his number?
We'll figure it out. Starts with 3.
Northwest Indiana is unique. It feels like a family. I'm proud to partner with VP for small business development, for supporting homeless shelters. There are many benefits, not only for job creation, but economic growth and development, their commitment to community.
Hear more from Monica and the Whiting community at bp.com/whiting.
Problem was Region Sports Network.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. New pitcher on the bump for the Elkhart County Miracle.
Is Lesher.
It's like Bryce Lesher?
Yes, I believe so.
His name is Bryce Lesher? It's Bryce Lesher? Bryce Lesher and I were kind of, I'm not going to say we were buddies last year, but I mean, like, we were speaking, in a way, the same language.
I know what you mean. I got certain guys on the Generals that I really do.
And like Elkhart wasn't even like my team, right? I only played him a handful of times, but like I feel like I could just like relate to Bryce when I was out there.
Yeah,
like we were buddies. We got it. We understood each other. Damon Brenna is up at the dish now for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. And he's going to ground that one over to the third baseman, Tommy Garcia, who makes the throw over to first, and it is in time. So in one pitch, Damon Brenna gets put away.
Now batting for Oilmen, number 9, Ricky Robinson.
Ricky Robinson coming to the plate right now. A lot of lineup stuff happening. with us.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're really getting put to the test heavy
who's
here.
on first base right now.
I mean,
number.
That was their
13.
That was their starting pitcher.
Number 13. So now I don't know who's on second base. And it says it looks like 5. So Call. And Call is without a position. So that fills in all the positions.
Yeah, but Tommy Garcia is out at third, which does not help. Do you have Tommy? I think you have. I don't think you have Tommy Garcia.
I saw
at third.
36 out at third.
That really feels like Tommy Garcia.
I saw the number 30. Look,
oh, that is 36. I lied.
Number 36.
I lied to you. That's
Look
on
at
me. You know what? I've been assuming who people are.
We really do need binoculars up in this booth.
Just both teams are moving around a lot. So here's the thing about the Oilmen, right? We have a 38-man roster. That is the biggest baseball team I've ever seen in my life.
38.
That's a lot.
That is.
That's a lot of people. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15 of them have played in this game so far.
That is absolute madness. That's a lot of moving around, and me...
Head coach Mike Caston cares not.
Me being the scorekeeper, it's hard to keep score, and I don't even know how to really keep score on Game Changer. So this is... He's really putting me to the test. I'm learning very fast.
We're learning. We're learning. And next time we're going to bring some binos, because we need those pretty bad. I see some... I kid you not, I see warm-up in the bullpen right now.
For which team?
For the Oilmen. I kid you not, I saw a ball getting thrown around in the bullpen just now. Are we going to throw out... We're just going to toss a closer in there for the ninth? We got a new guy?
Closer in it.
Let's do it. It's a party.
Beautiful pitch right there. It's going to be a beautiful drive home. I cannot remember the last time I was up here in Northwest Indiana in Whiting, and I was able to drive back and avoid that.
Oh, my gosh. I did. Oh, that one's going to find a gap right up the middle. Don't think runner's going to round second on that one. Nope. Not even going to take that big of a lead after that. Kind of pulling off the gas on the miracle here. But that brings us up to Kamari Thomas.
So, I have a quick question. I'm not going to reveal the route.
I'm sorry. Cubs just won their 7th straight series as they take a 7-1 win against the Nationals today.
Really?
Oh, he's got to steal now. Oh, and the ball's going to get past. And I mean, it's a stolen base. I can't put an error on that. That's not really anybody's fault.
No. It's just hard to make a play.
That's just the weirdest stolen base I think I've ever seen. He was forced to steal third, but I think he missed the signal.
My mother is listening to the broadcast right now. Shout out my mom. And I was talking about eggs. She just texted me twice. We need eggs. We need eggs. I may have a little bit of an egg problem.
Okay, so I don't know if this came up with you at all with our friends at Indiana State, but everybody that we work with is aware of my horrible egg addiction that I had.
I didn't know.
Early on this year. I would be eating like a carton a week.
What?
Yeah.
Well, wait. A carton a week? No, that's not that bad.
That's like 12 eggs a week.
Dude, I'll sit down and eat like 5 eggs in a sitting.
Oh, called strike 3.
I'll eat like eggs inside a sitting. I don't know, like... How many cartons would that be? That'd be 35 eggs in a week that I could eat.
That's 3 cartons minus 1 egg.
Like, bro, I got a problem.
No, I mean, it's so easy to make scrambled eggs.
It is.
It's so easy.
What do you put in your scrambled eggs?
Milk, and if I'm feeling a little feisty someday, toss some shredded cheese in there.
See, I put shredded cheese in there.
I like it simple. You know, I do like a healthy amount of pepper. Like, I like to pepper it up a little bit.
See, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, but cheese, very rare occasion.
No, I like cheese in mine. And it has like a little bit of a brown. I put a lot of cheese in mine. Some nice cheesy eggs. It's a great breakfast. Fills you up. It has a lot of protein in it. I mean, just a great breakfast all the way around.
The 1-1 misses. 2 in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. This is going to go into the books as a balk.
Wow.
So is that a no pitch on that one then?
I believe so.
The pitch does not count and the run scores. So is that still a 2-1 count then?
I don't think so.
Okay, so the count should go back to 1-1. Unless something... Okay, the count is still 2-1, so now put the balk.
So 2-1 and then the balk.
Yeah.
See, and I love balks. You know why I love balks?
Because everybody moves.
Well, no one knows what a balk is. It's just a balk.
So it's... Right, I mean, there's not really a definition of the word that, like, is
it's like
known to everybody.
Making a pitching move without pitching, but, like, it depends who's calling it a balk.
Well, here's the thing, is that catchers can balk as well. Did you know this?
No.
If in a play...
He's balked. Definitely you have balked.
I have not. I saw it for the first time calling a Northern League game last year.
Really?
The ball in the middle of a pitch count gets stuck in the catcher's gear.
That's a balk?
Yeah. So, like, if the ball gets, like, stuck under a chest pad when there's a runner on base...
It's an automatic advancement.
He moves, yeah.
See, that makes sense, but, like, I wouldn't consider it a balk. Like, I feel like they should make a different term for it.
Yeah, it's legally a balk, though.
Because it's because a balk, like a pitching one, is on the pitcher, like 100%. It's not really on the catcher if it gets caught in his gear. But I have never heard that before.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Well, because I was the one running Game Changer, and I just noticed that people moved up, and I was like, what is that? So I put in, like, some temporary thing just so I could keep the game going. But after the game, I went over to the ump and was like, hey, what happened? And he explained to me that it was a balk because the ball got stuck in the catcher's gear.
So that's a definitive answer on what it is, at least for a catcher. But for pitching, there's really no definitive answer.
Oh, swing and a miss for strike 3, and the Oilmen leaving 2 on base, unable to add more. Actually, no, I lied. They left 1 on base because there was a balk in there. But the score goes 10-3, and we will go to the top of the 9th with the Oilmen's last chance to secure that win.
Right, Candace. We're getting multiple reports of this mysterious but powerful phenomena. People are experiencing a sound, after which they drop everything, and I mean everything, and run to their nearest White Castle. Now, we are urging folks to stay calm. There's no evidence that this...
Richard, we're live. When the crave calls, Richard, we're live. Go to White Castle for the $5 bacon bundle with 2 bacon sliders and a small fry. White Castle. Follow your crave.
Wait, what position is 26 playing?
There's a shortage of roofers across the country. Here at Roofers Local 26, our signatory contractors are in need of a well-trained workforce, and it's our job to provide that workforce. We are looking for people that are self-motivated, people that are reliable, people that are willing to give a hard day's work. In return, they get a good paycheck with good benefits. This is not a job, this is a career. If you're willing to put the time and dedication in, we're willing to provide you the tools and training necessary for you to succeed in the roofing industry. We've been doing this for almost 100 years. We know how to get the job done.
Final score updates, whatever it's called. It's not bad.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Elkhart's behind by 7. Seth Berquist alongside James Chalice. I haven't told you guys that since the very beginning of the broadcast. I usually like to check in on you guys, all you viewers out there in Region Sports Network, Jet TV, Facebook, soon to be YouTube once we figure it out. But yeah, I usually like to just remind you guys that you're listening to Seth Berquist and James Chalice, and I didn't do that at all today, and I apologize.
The dynamic duo. Like Batman and Robin, because DC's better.
Ooh. Marvel makes comic-accurate movies.
You said they make what accurate?
They make comic-accurate movies.
Okay.
I have not seen DC do that in, 20 years. Drop third strike.
That's a valid statement. And I got to get a grocery list together to go to the store after because we apparently need cheddar cheese too because I use too much cheddar cheese.
James has consumed too many eggs and cheese.
Yeah. I also sometimes I put Parmesan cheese in mine, like the powder Parmesan cheese.
Okay, no.
No, I sometimes do that.
No.
Dude,
Stop.
it's like protein powder.
Stop. Your take is no longer valid.
What? Hey, it's good.
Hard hit ground ball. That's going to find the gap. Goes over into right field.
Now batting for Elkhart County.
And I'm only making this statement clear just in case if I get a text that says we need more Parmesan cheese. That way I can get it while I'm out.
A.J. Van Bogart coming to the plate. Van Bogart 1 for 4 on the day.
Ten to 3 ball game. Okay, this is where I'd actually call it a blowout. Usually I'd say eight runs is a blowout, but 7.
I think 7's a safe number for a blowout.
That's
6 you start to question it.
Well, because I feel like a 6-run lead can easily be taken back.
I think 5 is easily taken back. I don't think 6 is so easy, though. And that's going to record the second out. And the Oilmen 1 win away from recording a win in the home opener of the 2025 season. And we get the man that started it all on the bump for the Elkhart County Miracle. Strike 1 to number 13, Marin. Marin's 0 for 4 on the day.
I mean, that pitching has been incredible.
Marin also threw 69 pitches and recorded 2 strikeouts. That one's going to get roped out to right field as well, and the runner goes into scoring position, decides not to take on third.
He finally got his first hit.
He finally got it.
Now batting for Elkhart County Miracle, number 20, Edgar Galindo.
Oklahoma City Thunder currently ahead of the Indiana Pacers, 79 to 68.
11-point game.
With a minute and a half left in the third quarter. So still another quarter to play.
Hope the Pacers can pull it out.
But Pacers
that
need something big.
Comeback here would be legendary.
0-2 count, 1 strike away.
Maybe holding it off. But the Oilmen can secure it here. With a lot of movement around and a lot of players playing.
Foul tipped back to the backstop to number 20, Galindo. Galindo also 0 for 4 on the day.
Like I was saying before, the pitching has been great for the Oilmen. They've been able to... I wouldn't so much say strikeouts. I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but they have been able to have it where runs don't get racked up. And a lot of the bases have been taken off of errors, and that's been on both sides, whether it's mental or a physical error. And I now have clarification that we are good on Parmesan cheese.
We are good on the Parmesan cheese.
Parm.
Thank you, Mom. Moms are out there saving the world. Speaking of moms, if you love your mom and your mom loves baseball, come to Family Saturdays at Oil City Stadium, as that's a called strike 3 and the Oilmen win. Oilmen take the first game of the season 10-3. Very big win for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen to get the 2025 summer kicked off.
The final score of tonight's matchup is Elkhart County Miracle 3, your Northwest Indiana.
We're going to take a quick break here on Region Sports and Jet TV, but when we come back, it's going to be the post-game show, and we'll walk through just a little bit of what we saw today. We'll be right back. Okay.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Put 2 hits, 2 RBI, 2 run.
I'll crush it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasting, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
Redo that.
He said.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. It's the post-game show. Seth Berquist alongside James Chalice. James, I know you're not like an Elkhart guy, right? You're from the Generals, but I asked you to be here because I didn't want to be on my own for the day.
Understandable.
But what do you think, just starting with the Miracle, what do you think you saw that they need to take into consideration going forward in the season?
Well, clearly what needs to be addressed first is pitching. You shouldn't allow 10 runs in a game. Double-digit runs is wild. Now, I know that all too much, and you know that all too much because of the Sycamores. But I wouldn't say that maybe they need to fix their bullpen. Maybe their, best pitcher wasn't available for the day, and they only brought 10 guys here. Maybe you need to take road games way more serious. But I feel like their hitting just was off today. I'd say what they need to improve on is the pitching. Switching up the pitch styles instead of just leaving, hanging curves and everything like that. So I just feel like that's all they need to improve on is their pitching, and then they'll be back to the championship team that they once were last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to give credit to the Oilmen bats for how well they hit today, but they had a lot of hits, right? They put up 12 hits on the day against Elkhart's 2 errors, 10 runs. I mean, it's a lot, right? But we're also talking about how Elkhart's pitching was lackluster. Do you think you give more credit to the Oilmen hitting, or do you point more fingers at Elkhart pitching?
I would say that the hitting, I'd say it's both. I'd say the pitching was kind of lackluster, but at the same time, you're still playing inside like a semi-pro, like minor pro type of league, where it's still hard to hit that ball. So the batting was just fantastic, and it comes along with the pitching not being up to par.
So I think Oilman defense needs to be addressed here because, well, they did score 10 runs, and that's kind of the headline for the day. Elkhart County Miracle only scored 3 runs, and in any other ball game as well, 3 is not a lot. And even if their pitching was up to standard, it's possible they still lose this game.
Yeah.
It's very tricky. I mean, a combined 12 strikeouts for the Oilmen pitching staff today. Most of them coming from the starter, Wilson. He put up 4 in his 4 innings of work and only gave up 3 hits. I
mean, I don't know. That's what I like to talk about is the strikeouts. So the strikeouts show clearly that the bats were cold and they were missing, because I don't know if you can see how many were called strikeouts, like looking, or if they were swinging strikeouts, if they were backwards K, frontward K. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but I know that it was a mix and a match. So it's people's boxes were off tonight. Their swing was off tonight. So that just shows that Elkhart did not come inside this game prepared with their bats warmed up. Next game, they need to have their bats inside sleeves getting ready to go to work straight off the bat.
Yes, sir, and we will wrap up the broadcast by mentioning the Oilmen player of the game will go to Max Miller. Went 2 for 2 on the day with 2 RBI. He did have a walk in there, but also 2 runs as well. Working his way around the bases twice, driving in 2 runs. As a catcher, how integral is that to a roster, James?
I mean, very. Because that catcher, your catcher is that guy, I don't know how to explain it. He's just a chill dude. He's just chilling back there. And if your catcher can make an impact, of course, you got, some big league catchers who are amazing. But I just feel like when you got that guy that's 1-on-1 with the pitcher, like they're on the same wavelength, it's kind of like you have the pitcher hitting with them, and it creates just a circular motion where momentum stays inside effect on the pitching side. Because that's like your brother. When you're pitching, that catcher's like your brother. When you're catching, the pitcher's like your brother. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure you know what I mean because you were a catcher.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So I feel like that momentum stays there.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you being with me for the call today, James. We do have more games for you tomorrow. I will still be here with you same time tomorrow for Miller Lite Koozie giveaway at Oil City Stadium, 6:35 first pitch. We'll be here streaming with you at 6:25-ish. CJ Cooper will be back. We've got to make it down to play down Elkhart County Miracle, who has some anger to let out after today's game. But I do thank you for being here with me. And we thank all of you fans at home for sticking with us throughout this pretty lengthy game. Almost a 3-hour broadcast here from us in Whiting. For James Chalice, our video producer, Rob Cassiano, our PA announcer, Joey Savalio, I'm Seth Berquist. Enjoy the first day of the rest of your life.